Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's Thought of the Week. My name is Mo, and I'm one of your SoulQuest pastors here. And it's my honor to be sharing this week's Thought of the Week with you. And here it is. Check our levels. You know, it'd be good every once in a while to take your car in to get checked at the service station or do it yourself, whatever it takes. But you need to make sure you got the proper oil levels, that you have coolant, tire pressure, no fluid leaks, all that stuff. Because if you want your car to continue to run well, you got to take care of it. You've got to check all of the levels. And that's what we're talking about today. But before I get to the scripture, I wanted to share one of my favorite childhood memories, and it's this. A song by a guy named Will Smith, who I used to know when I was a kid as the Fresh Prince, and he wrote a song called Summertime. It was the summer of 1991, and being a child of the 80s and 90s was seriously the best time to grow up. And why that song was so cool is it helped you, no matter how old you were, as a little kid or an adult or an older adult, even at the time, it would help you take inventory and remember to kind of slow down. And that summer was a time to just kind of think about all the good stuff in life. And I actually still listen to that song today. Every summer I listen to it several times. I'm guilty. I've already listened to it a few times this summer, and it always makes me feel good. It always makes me slow down and check my levels. And so I wanted to share some scripture today about Jesus really asking people a hard question. And it was the Feast of Tabernacles. And what was so cool about this feast, it was Jesus's last feast before he would go to be with God and call us all to be with him later on. But it comes from John chapter 7, verses 37 and 38. And I'm reading from the New International Version, and it says this. On the last and greatest day of the festival, Jesus stood and said in a loud voice, "Let anyone who is thirsty come to me and drink. Whoever believes in me, as scripture has said, rivers of living water will flow from within them." Wow, Jesus was offering living water to people. He was saying, come, believe in me, and you're never going to be thirsty again. And I wonder really if people even knew what he was talking about. They were thinking, well, Jesus, you're going to be with us. They didn't know what was going to happen, but Jesus did. And he knew that people needed living water. He knew they need to be refreshed. And he knew that people needed to be refreshed on a daily basis. And that's why he spent so much time with everybody that was following him and the people that loved him and the people who he would end up calling to be a part of the things that he was doing. So the question for you today is this. Are you checking your own levels on a daily basis? Because in the summer, it's really a good time, right? To say, well, am I living a fast-paced life? Am I taking some time off? Am I spending time with the people that I love? Am I focused on the right things? Here's a couple of more questions for you. How's your emotional balance? Is there a quiet peace in your heart? Is your spirit at rest? Are you thinking fresh thoughts of God? And of course, is Jesus Christ a vibrant part of your life? You know, my prayer for you today would be that you take a few moments to check your levels and that you would take actions to get closer to God, maybe even this summer, and take some time to really check your levels and refresh and refuel in any way that you need to. And just know that we're praying for you here at Azusa Pacific University. We hit our knees for you every morning. And so if you have a prayer request or praise report, something cool in life, drop it in the comments, or you could even just get me directly on my email, and we'd love to come alongside of you. But until then, don't forget the thought of the week for all of us, which is to check our levels. We'll see you next time.